Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing one of my favorite cigar companies out there, Ezra Zion. And today's cigar is actually one of my favorite cigars, the Ezra Zion Tantrum. But this is a bigger version. This is the Ezra Zion Tantrum PA. What does the PA stand for? I'm glad you asked. That stands for passive aggressive. Now, as you know, if you keep up with any of my reviews, the Tantrum was one of my favorite cigars last year. This cigar came out later in the year, last year, but I'm just getting around to reviewing it. It is not the same cigar as the original Tantrum. The company simply did not have enough tobacco that they used to make the Tantrum to make this version, but they put together tobaccos to give it a similar flavor profile. Now, speaking of the flavor profile, this cigar, reportedly by Ezra Zion, starts out with more strength in the early stages, mellowing out in the second third and ramping up again in the final third. It is a Lonsdale 6.5 by 44. There is the density of the cigar. Of course, it is well made, just beautiful, box pressed. Look at that. So let's get right to it. The Ezra Zion Tantrum PA. It's a really neat looking cigar. All right, let's take off the band at the foot here. It should pop right off. And it looks like it will. All right. Let's put that aside for later. It's a very, very, very small cigar. So I don't want to burn it too fast. Oh yeah, great draw. Perfect draw. Perfect draw for me is one that has just a touch of firmness, just enough to know you're pulling through a cigar and not sucking through a straw. Very good. I'm getting like an orange citrus graham cracker combination. Has a nice amount of sweetness. Seems like we're dabbling with a little brown sugar there too. A little dry wood. And what seems to be a white pepper at about a 7.5. That's the initial flavors. Very nice and sweet. The dry wood sort of mellows them out some so it doesn't be just candy. It has a little bit of substance to it. So let's see where we go from there. I like the start. Well, I'm about 1.5 inches in. And the citrus notes are very overshadowed by the heavy graham cracker and now a touch of cinnamon. The dry wood is very prominent also. The cigar has a meatiness, a meaty flavor to it, almost like a very good steak. It's it's a very meaty cigar in this first third. I would say the strength of the cigar in the first third is a tad over medium. Maybe not quite medium to full, but somewhere in that direction. So let's see, what else can we say? The finish is pretty much a straight sweet cream with a little influence of the dry wood and a little lingering white pepper. So that's where we are. So let's see where we go from here. Well, I'm in that second third area, and as far as any changes, it's more or less now a sweet cedar. Not so much citrus anymore, brown sugar and cinnamon with quite a bit of influence from the dry wood and a little light coffee at the base. Strength-wise, it doesn't seem to be changed a lot. Possibly it did move down. I don't want that to be in my mind because the company says that's what's happening, but it's not a lot of change, to be honest with you. The flavors do have, however, changed a little bit. Finish is about the same. So we're in that that second third. Let's see what the final third brings. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. What I did notice here at the end was the strength really elevated. Definitely a medium to full body. The flavors are a cedar with quite a bit of cinnamon and a little brown sugar and ample amount of dry wood. And that's your main flavors. The light coffee is still at the base. The pepper almost seemed to be wanting to transition to a black pepper because I'm starting to get more black pepper flavors. The finish is about the same. So the big news here at the end is that the strength of the cigar did really amp up. This cigar is not, after having it, the original Tantrum, but it is very good. It did make some transitions in there, and looking back, it started out at one strength, dipped a little, and then really amped up at the end. So that's basically the profile. So all in all, for me, it's a 92. I enjoyed the cigar very much. The original Tantrum for me was a tad better, but this is a very good cigar nonetheless. So there you have it, the Ezra Zion Tantrum PA 92.